browser should know. And her reaction to this was, this is an article. Which is kind of incredible when you think about it, right? Because she had just been served up an article from a media property, and she was disappointed that that is what she had been given to answer her question. But what she really was looking for was the kind of visual synthesis that was going to answer it very, very quickly. And we're seeing this in a lot of really wonderful digital startups right now, and SB Nation is one of them, that are sort of expanding the way they think about content to deliver on faster and slower use cases. So, SB Nation actually a few days later put out this infographic on social. Here's everything you need to know about the USA versus Germany game. Just tie or win. And actually, my boyfriend pulled it up on his phone. He was like, see here, this is what you need to know. All you need to understand is this, this, and this. And within a few minutes, I understood what was going on, and we could get back to the game. Now, it's not just about presenting information for faster use cases. It's actually also about helping people who can, want to dig in. So, for example, if I start to really love soccer, get excited about the game, want to become a fan, SB Nation was providing me with a beautiful, immersive experience that could help me to really get into the full fandom, really experience it beyond what this article in the sort of, again, 300 to 500 or 700 word format is able to provide. So it's expanding in both directions so that it's meeting the need of the user. We've started to put these same principles to work for many of our clients. At the core of it is sort of help me understand what I can with the time that I have. So on the fast side of things, we have this project we did recently called Project Invested. Can't really read it here, but what we developed are a system of cards very similar to Vox. So we helped people understand what is an IPO, why do IPOs matter to me, when was the last successful IPO, breaking it down one at a time. Much more interesting, much more likely for someone to click on and to spend time with. And if I said, oh, you're interested in understanding public offerings? Great, I have this wonderful 30-page PDF. Let me send it to you, right? Many of you may not take the time for that, but if I sent you something that said, hey, do you know what an IPO is? And these short, snackable pieces, you're interested enough to take the time to sort of invest a little bit of your day to understand that and jump back out. We've also worked with clients to help expand a user's knowledge when they're ready to invest in the direction that they want to go. And here we have an example from our work with Council on Foreign Relations, creating a more interactive experience around their global conflict report, rather than having that lived in a long PDF as it had in the past, allowing them to explore different regions of the world and understand what's going on quickly, but then invest deeper and deeper depending on their level of interest. So question 2. How can I do better? Another great example here of sort of the traditional approach. The New York Times put out the 7-minute workout piece last year. Did anyone read that piece? It was number 6 of all the New York Times pieces last year. Number 6 of all pieces of 2013. So very successful for them. A good article, interesting, did well. But if they had thought about what would be the most useful format for the reader, they might have thought about this. Right? I'm off to the gym. I don't necessarily want to try to zoom in on my phone to use all of this text. However, the 7-minute workout was turned into an app by others. It's actually the most popular workout app in 126 countries. And if you think about the download fee of like $1.99, that's a decent amount of revenue that the New York Times could have captured that they let someone else take care of. But we're also seeing many startups expand that experience as well. So not just providing you with that instant fast experience, but also giving you a full dashboard where you can compete with friends, using the Fitbit example here, where you can look at your progress, envision your goal, think about what you want to do for the future. And if you're a non-media company, you can think about this as well. So we worked on this project with the Association for the Schools and Programs of Public Health. They wanted to make it much easier for potential students to find programs, but we didn't just start for them with the Finder. We made this very easy to use, but we first started by helping students to envision their goal. So if you're thinking about maybe I want to be a global epidemiologist, before I ever get here, I can go and have a beautiful experience, sort of get excited about what it could be like to work in global epidemiology, click into a student profile, see myself in that student, and then be fully excited when I hit the program finder and want to take the action that the association is looking for me to take. and make it easy for me to come back again and again throughout this process so it becomes a habit, and I ultimately do complete that goal of applying to a public health program. Really quickly, last example here, where can I jump in? So the traditional approach to provide, media companies' traditional approach to providing sort of guides might be sort of, one standard article, This Old House provided a guide that sort of leaves me with the work. It says it's a complete kitchen remodeling guide, but it really doesn't take the next step for me. And what we're seeing many companies begin to do is think about how to bring together the elements of content, community, and commerce so that everything is right there in one space. How many of you have used Houzz? Anyone? Great. So they're really redefining the home remodeling and redesign experience, because it's not just about the articles, it's not just about the community, so for example like a Pinterest, and it's not just about providing you with the right contractors or tools that you need to complete the job. It's bringing it all together in a beautiful platform agnostic experience again to make it easy for you to take on this project and kind of make you feel like you're an expert along the way, because every step is really seamless. And this can be used by non-media companies as well, right? So we've worked with advocacy organizations, C-SPAN, as well as corporations to think about how to take that sort of content, community, and commerce approach. Making sure that you're not serving up an ad, but rather serving up the utility at the right moment after you've already created the right experience and given the right content to get them excited about what you have to say. So, in thinking about how this all relates back to native ads, I would say you have to start first with content that's going to help me interpret my world, improve my life, and navigate my passions. And if you're starting from that place where you're connecting a company's core competency, core expertise, the message they're trying to communicate, with the thing that the user actually cares about in the moment, that's where you're going to create something that doesn't feel like an ad, but actually feels like a nice connection point and point of use, so that I can continue on with the things that I love, and now you're helping me do that. Thank you. I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you very much. Our final speaker tonight will be Zev Cantor, the Social Strategy Lead at Huge Inc.
Cool.
So following this presentation, we'll have a brief moderated panel discussion, and then we'll open up the floor to questions, and you'll be able to direct your questions to any or all of the presenters tonight.
Right.
So thank you, Zev.